Hello, I'm Rashi Goyal and I'm legal intern at Lexis & Company. I hope all of you are doing great and staying safe and healthy. In today's video, I'll be talking about exceptions to section 300 of Indian Penal Code. So, there are 6 exceptions to section 300 of Indian Penal Code. So first, let's talk about first exception, which is sudden and grave provocation. In this, if the offender is deprived of the power of self-control due to the sudden and grave provocation and his act causes the death of person who provoked him or death of any other person by accident or mistake, this would come under the exception of section 300. So this exception is subjected to certain provisos. First proviso is that the provocation is not sought or is voluntarily provoked by the offender to be used as an excuse for killing or causing harm to the other person. Second is that the provocation is not given by anything that is done in obedience to the law or by public servant while exercising the powers lawfully of a public servant. Third proviso could be that the provocation is not done while doing any lawful exercise of the right to private defense. Let's understand it with a short example. Suppose A is given a grave and sudden provocation by C and A fires at C as a result of this provocation. A didn't intended or have the knowledge that this act will kill C, who out of A's sight. A kills C. Here A is not liable to murder but is liable for the culpable homicide as he was under the grave and sudden provocation which was given by C. Second exception is when the person exceeds his right to private defense. It means that where the act is committed to defend them from further harm. If the accused intentionally exceeds his right to private defense, then he is liable to murder. But if it is unintentional, then the accused will be liable for the offense of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Let's take an example. Suppose B attempts to flood A, but not in such a manner that can cause grievous hurt to A. And A draws out his pistol. B persists in the assault. A, believing that he had no option but to prevent himself from flogged, and fires at B. Here, A is liable for the offense of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Now, third exception, that is culpable homicide in case of public servant. The act is done by a public servant who is acting to promote public justice. If public servant commits any act which is necessary to discharge his duty as is done in good faith and he believes it to be lawful. For example, suppose if a police officer goes to arrest a person, the person tries to run away and during that incident, if the police shoots the person, the police officer will not be guilty for murder. Fourth exception is sudden fight. The sudden fight is when the fight is unexpected or premeditated. In this, both the parties don't have any intention to kill or cause death of another. The fact that which party had been assaulted or offered provocation first is not important in this case. Now let's talk about fifth exception, which is consent. If the act is committed with the consent of the victim, then and the consent should be unconditional and without any sort of reservation, then it would fall under this exception. For example, X killed his stepfather Y, who was old and infirm. X killed Y with his consent. This was punishable under section 304 of Indian Penal Code. Sixth and last exception is culpable homicide in exercise of good faith. Culpable homicide does not amount to murder if it is done in exercise of good faith or in order to protect private or public property. Also, if the act is committed by a person exceeds its power which is provided by law and kills someone in order to save someone or something, then the act does not amount to murder. Thank you everyone for watching my video. I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to let me know your feedback in the comment section. Thank you, stay home, stay safe and stay healthy.